So I'm pretty sure I found a complete staged hoax, and like the college is even in on it. I don't know how this one, like, I guess MSNBC and shit, I barely seen it on any, and no one really talked about this. Usually everybody talks about school shootings when they happen. I don't remember anyone talking about this at all. 3 got shot and killed, 5 were injured. And they keep postering the faces of these kids. This is weird too. So it showed this is supposed to be like a school photo. This one's supposed to be family photo, whatever it is. I don't get how that looks like a school photo too. But then I went to the Philly Delta thing. It's like a secret society thing comes up and all that. I don't really honestly get what that was going about. I wanted to keep to like what I was already getting at too. This was all meant for like how they. This is all staged. Like, okay, first start with this. Where's the dude at? Dude walking in is right. The cop.
That's right.
Where is the suspect? Bullshit. Oh, this is actually pretty. I'll put that on it though. It made me laugh because you can tell they're crisis actors. Okay, this is hilarious. Okay, they show this shit.
Shot and killed, and 5 others hurt.
University released a detailed timeline of the shooting at Berkey Hall and the MSU Union. Video shows the shooter leaving the Union, and about a minute later, officers arrive.
He was found about 3.5 hours
Wait,
later.
where's that
At
shit?
Time, more than 14.
Right here. This is the shit right here. This made me laugh because they blurred him out for some reason.
Take a look.
Surveillance cameras at the MSU Union capture the shooter as he enters and appears to check his gun as he purposefully and
It's as if he knew he was on camera.
calmly.
Mind you, watch, if you type in, where is it at? Michigan School, MSU shooter. Where is it at? It shows that picture, but this is an unthing. So how the fuck are you gonna ID that? Can we just point that out? There's no ID on that at all. That could be anyone and anything. Now, where's that window I just had up?
God.
Yeah, so they blur that out. And then these next ones, they just completely blur the body out. What? Yes, that is what you're telling me.
And continuing to walk around. And this is after he's
I'm supposed to believe that this isn't other footage that's just being used of someone else walking down the hall before the police get in.
Fired at Berkey Hall. MSU police in the Union and looking for what at the time was an unknown shooter.
Dude, it's a clear window. Bull fucking shit. They couldn't even have eyes on him. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. There's 2 of them.
Seconds away from getting him.
And look what they're doing. They're just like, that's not how you sweep. He should have that out and over. Like, you don't go into a room like that. No, that's retarded. This is fake. And this is what made me go into all this. Okay. So this fucking little note. Looks like a college kid wrote it. Sorry for my handwriting. Why, I've been hurt. And then it's like a bunch of grammar spelling. Like they've hurted me. Another team of my group. This is that fear campaign. Because who the fuck copies it into this like this, first off? Why wouldn't they just release it like a normal photocopy too? So it's more legible. Like, because the way they aired it on the TV, yeah, I tried trying to read through that. It was blurry as fuck, so I had to go. Just to find this PDF was kind of a bitch. Okay, they won't tell you where the next ones are or why. And this is all seems bullshitty. Because now, then there's this shit. My father has nothing to do with this. Oh, they hate me. This looks like a fucking emo kid. This is supposed to be a black male did this? You're telling me a black male did this? Like a 43-year-old black man wrote all this like this. Like I have all 100% surety, even if they're gay, they're not gonna talk like a fucking 20-something-year-old millennial kid. People hate me. They made me who I am today, the killer. No one noticed me. They hate me. Like, what is this? This is not even like madman scribblings and shit. Like, okay. That's one little fake piece of evidence I like to show right now.
Random, juvenile in nature scribbles, complete with.
This is them trying to sell you that bullshit I just showed you. That's their narrative on it, which I just read. It looks like a fucking 10-year-old wrote it. Like, and you can tell me he's illiterate and shit like that. Then you got this cop.
Occurred in this terrific incident. I stand before you with a few minor updates that we'll provide, and then we will open it up for a couple questions. Please keep in mind that there's not much new information that we have since we last had a briefing about an hour ago. I will start by sharing an update that the 5 victims...
If this wasn't supposed to be like a narrative being placed, they would have waited till more evidence were out so they can be more sure of the justice being done. That's how another thing you could tell.
That were transported to the hospital were transported to Sparrow Hospital in Lansing. All
I wonder how far that is from where the school shooting was. Because I want to see proof that these kids were there.
5 of those victims.
Because they had to find anything. The only thing I can find close was on this kid Troy that came out. Like, there's really nothing on these victims. Because as I was trying to find for the people that got shot, where is it? Like, when I was looking for this, just this photo, you can't find the survivors. There's no pictures of survivors that really come up. You got a whole bunch of weird shit. Like, nothing to do with it. Just other photos of these people. Look, they even used the same photo for this chick, as if she doesn't have any other photos. You're gonna tell me she has no social media life? Like, fucking, you're in college. Bull fuckity shit. And this dude's always behind nice shit. There's something going on there. Probably kids from, they could be fucking AI generated photos, or they're just actual people, like Mason's sons or some shit. 'Cause this is some bullshit. Where was I at with this? Listen to this fuck.
Condition. I will also share that the incident that occurred off campus with the suspect occurred in the city of Lansing, off campus. That suspect is, we now know, is a 43-year-old male. That 43.
Mind you, he offed himself before the cops showed up. Usually, if they're gonna do so, he's gonna probably take out as many people as he can, unless he had just the gun, just that one Glock. But then again, like, what he just saving? There's so much bullshit right here.
Affiliated in any way with Michigan State University. He's not a student, faculty, staff, and we have no idea why he came to campus to do this tonight.
I can tell you a bunch of reasons. It's a gun-free zone, and if he was there to send a message to get people to pass gun control laws, you got a martyr right here for someone who wants to. Like, if he really didn't feel so special and wanted to have purpose in his life, just give him that little push. Because this is what actually, what got me going down this whole rabbit hole was I wanted to know what the fuck they were talking about with MSU shooting in this fucking video. Because I tried making a video on this, but let's finish what this fucking cuckboy was saying.
Part of our ongoing investigation. As the president said, we know this news is so difficult for those within our campus community and beyond. It's important to remember that the grief some individuals may be experiencing is normal, and there are a number of ways that individuals can seek support, including talking with friends.
What is this? You're giving a briefing, not a fucking seminar.
Families and colleagues. After this briefing, we will be sharing supportive resources through our police and public safety.
Because these kids are snowflakes.
Social media pages that we've been asking people to follow, as well as the university communications, highlighting other resources that are available in addition to the event.
I think someone told them to sell what he's saying. It doesn't seem so scripted. Is keep your eyes on everybody, and he's darting his eyes around trying to keep the lie going.
Tomorrow.
Look at him. That's what lying does. He's darting his eyes.
Yes. Just a reminder that this is an ongoing investigation that will involve multiple agencies that are currently here on campus, and maybe some based on expertise that will also assist in the future. This is a process. It will take some time. I know we all want answers, and we as soon as we have them, we will share them. That is something that will occur over the next few days. Immediately, we will continue to have these updates with our community as well as with our media moving forward with it. It's a process. The answers will come. Hopefully.
All right, we've been listening to MS.
They cut him off. I think that's racist, bro. Hey, come on, what is he saying in the background? Hold on.
It's a process. The answers will come. Hopefully.
All right, we've been listening.
Oh, okay. That's a little fucking cucky.
Chaos.
This right here is another thing that is just ridiculous. So I love how this is actually going to add all up to why I'm saying it's not, because Whitmer is always in on something. Where's that at? Whitmer fucking Sherry had that Fed operation trying to kidnap her, trying to get her to keep her votes in, which they bring up as if it really wasn't a Fed op. It's been outed.
Students
But watch this shit. It's so fucking. Oh, I didn't realize it's Inside Edition too. So just, you know it's all fucking scripted little CAA actors and shit from the fucking
A
government.
mass shooter is stalking the campus in a
What is this, bro? You can't tell who the fuck it is, bro. This could be anyone. This could be for all that. Oh my god. There's one of the things I seen. There was a white guy in a fucking getup.
Tell thousands of students to run, hide, fight. The drama began at 8:35 p.m. at Berkey Hall, where students were attending evening classes.
Have an active shooter at Berkey Hall and MSU's campus.
They said 1,400 calls came in. I really, like he said, they scare a bunch of kids on campus. You just got pop. You could have lit off fireworks. Those kids wouldn't even know the fucking difference. And the way they all reacted is like, I love how they fucking little pussies.
Riding toward his next target.
They don't make men anymore.
Less than a half a mile away.
Sounds like the shooter is currently in the Union building.
He was stalking the campus in a baseball cap, mask, denim shirt, and those distinctive red sneakers.
Got to show off those red shoes, huh? I'm not even gonna get into the symbolism on that, but Red Shoe Club, look into that.
This surveillance photo shows him in a stairwell drawing his gun.
We all were like, yeah, we're not.
Well, yo, I had that video up. Where is that? Him walking into the fucking thing. That video I just had up. Fucking, where's it at? He walks up in there like he's just fucking showing off his piece, bro. What do you mean? Where's it at? Right here. Dude just walks right up in there. Like he knows the camera's there. That's why he's playing. He's not even cocking it or anything. He's just looking at it. Like he hit X on the keyboard and inspect. Like fuck, bro. That's so stupid that they're trying to sell that. Now listen to this little fucking puss boy. This is some rich kid's son who's been fed the lines to say what he has to say.
Going to die here, so we need to find a place that's going to make us feel safe.
You can see
This could be the theater kids acting out their little theater group.
graduate student Graham Diedrich and others barricaded.
Is he making a video in there? Like, what the fuck? It's what you're supposed to do, yeah, it's barricade. But then again, you barricade yourself into a room. You need another way out. You need exit plans, too. These people, they tell you barricade it's like putting your heads between your legs when a nuke goes off. Like, you're not doing anything besides fucking yourself more.
Inside the library. How do you know what to do in that situation?
As Americans, we're taught in our schools.
There's a big thing of fucking glass. They're supposed to turn off the lights. Hold up. Did they even turn off the lights? No, the lights are right the fuck on. You're supposed to turn off the lights.
Graham Diedrich and others barricading themselves inside the library. How do you know what to do in that situation?
You know something's up because the kid's sitting in front of a glass fucking window, too. It's not ballistics glass.
How do you know what to do in that situation?
As Americans, we're taught in our schools to barricade ourselves.
We're taught in our schools to do that. No, they tell you, yeah, the teacher's supposed to do that shit. You could do it, but I wouldn't. It's not smart to barricade yourself. Like, yeah, you're just gonna piss the shooter off more when he gets in there.
And like we're taught from a young age, like at school, there's a possibility that someone's gonna come here and kill you. Just moving.
Just hide. Don't barricade.
Those shelves into those locations.
Because now you're in a room with the glass. He shoots at the glass. Now you're all fucking pegged in there. Is there another door too?
This Michigan State student, Shannon Watts, was wounded in the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting 10 years ago.
Bro, why? See, they're bringing up Sandy Hook, bro.
Connecticut.
The fact that this is the second mass shooting that I have now lived through is incomprehensible.
Oh, the fact that you got struck by lightning twice means it's fucking fake, bro.
The search went on for 3 hours. Police distributed this photo showing the wanted man.
It was a caller's tip that led law enforcement.
How the fuck, dude, you could try to tell me, dude, this is all planned. Gotta bring up Sandy Hook somehow, every fucking shooting. Just like I was doing the other video with the Nashville stuff, where they had the fucking moms and the babies and shit.
Suspect.
Finally,
fucking talking on camera.
When police cornered him in Lansing, he shot himself. He was identified today as 43-year-old Anthony Dwayne McCrae. Police confirmed
the photo of him looks really weird too. That's online. Where is it? All the photos of him. Where is it? Shooter. MSU. Shooter. Look at this photo. Like who? Like it looks wicked weird. Do they? Hold up. What's the actual full body one? It's not full body, but it's like the top part of him. But like it's like right here, this one. Look how awkward it looks. Like the lighting looks weird. Everything looks weird. Like who takes a photo like this? It looks like it's staged photo for something. Like this is the guy. Look at this is a character. This is a character in a actor's like portfolio. This is his character. This is Anthony McRae he plays.
Found on his body.
Does that man look like he wrote this note? Like high school, like he's saying he's with a group of people, like, and they're gonna shoot up schools and stuff. I feel like this is a bunch of bullshit. This looks like this man don't seem like the kind of fella that'd be acting like that. Where'd that video go?
Hey, police confirmed a note was found on his body.
Confirmed.
Also learning about the 3 students who were killed. 19-year-old Ariel Diamond Anderson. She had her own YouTube channel. The sophomore is beloved for her compassion and love of children. She dreamed of becoming a pediatrician.
What was her name again?
Dreamed of Diamond Anderson.
Diamond Anderson?
Anderson.
Oh, Ariel. They're doing this in real time. I didn't think about doing this right now. Hey, what the fuck has happened there? Go fuck yourself. Let's type it up here. Real Diamond Anderson YouTube. Yeah, there you go. Let's see what this actually looks like. How many videos does she actually have? There was nothing on it for over a year. She's not a YouTuber. Hold up. It showed Instagram. Let's go to that. Search. What was the latest photo on this one? 13 weeks ago. Hold on. Are these all within the last, like, 2 weeks? And then they just randomly go from what? Fucking... Yeah, see? No. Fuck that. No one posts like that either. Like the age gap between all these things. It seems like someone updating a character. That doesn't seem right either. That seems really faulty.
She had her own YouTube channel. The sophomore is beloved for her compassion.
She didn't have a YouTube channel. She had like fucking 6 videos. You see that.
Pediatrician. 20-year-old Alexandria Werner was a biology and anthropology major. Alex,
out of all the photos, they keep using the same photo, and then they...
a standout basketball player in high school, number 24.
In high school, why is it always things they can only show from high school? Why can't they show anything currently?
He is
besides photo.
as a terrific student.
High school photos. Then they showed the other photo. What was that? Photoshop?
Personified kindness. 20-year-old Brian Frazier was a sophomore studying business. He played lacrosse and...
Business, huh? And he was a... Dude, that kid screams fucking connections. I wonder what fraternity he was a part of, it said. Nah.
His family described him as the light of their lives.
The light. The light. Go fuck yourselves with that fucking bullshit esoteric. Oh, he's crying.
Dr. Denny Martin, who worked...
Why did his father come out in a business jacket? Why didn't he just wear a suit like everybody else?
with a trauma team on wounded victims, was overcome with emotion at a press conference.
What the fuck's that fucking pin? I don't... Something's up with that. That pin's not... It's a U with the fucking...
And Michigan Congresswoman Elisa Slotkin expressed fury.
And I am filled with rage that we have to have another press conference.
Gotta use those words.
About our children being killed in their schools.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. People are running. Why am I filming? If there's a shooter, dumbass, it doesn't make sense. You see everybody running, you start running yourself, dumb. Dumb.
For those who remain and want to come together to mourn. The first one taking place at the small chapel behind me, just about 15 minutes from now. They are Brian Fraser, Alexandria Werner, and Ariel Anderson, the 3 MSU students killed during last night's rampage at Michigan State University, which left 5 others critically injured.
This is gonna show some the crisis actors they got going on. I got another one too with these girls too that pop up and they're just fucking awful. I'll go with this guy first.
Next to the door where he came in, literally one of the first 2 seats he came in.
Student Dominic Malotki was among those attending a Cuban history class inside Berkey Hall, where the first of 2 shootings was to take place just after 8 p.m.
Thank God my firefly response kicked in.
See the timing and all this too. Like you could easily, because there's probably very little classes going on at that time in that one building, and if everybody's in on it, pretty easy to fucking nip this in the ass, and it'll scare all the other kids on the campus because they'll hear the gunshots. And everything will also stage itself.
He came in and shot.
Shit, they could have got off fireworks for all you.
Our classroom.
The shooter was 43-year-old Anthony Dwayne McRae, a man who, according to police, had no connection, past or present, with the university, but did have a previous weapons charge dating back to 2019. McRae says
it's always like 2-year gaps in a lot of this.
Malotki did not speak before opening fire.
Everyone was quiet when the shots went off.
So far, there's nothing to identify him and nothing to prove it's him so far, besides the word of them saying that the guy who killed himself. And did he shoot himself in the face? Is he even identifiable? Because if he put the gun in his mouth, his teeth are probably fucked and his fucking face is ruined. So, how's that identifiable? Like fingerprints and
that's when
you have to go on that?
I think I heard one of my classmates start moaning.
From Berkey Hall, investigators say McRae made his way to the Student Union building a quarter of a mile away, where he killed one more person, as hundreds of first responders flooded the university in search.
Managed to only kill 3 people, and those injured people are gonna have like all these stories, like the people who survived, like the chick from Sandy Hook, or the people who survived Columbine. They're all gonna get these deals. I bet they're all kids that are all related to someone rich, or some kind of family connection to someone. Because that's how they get these kids book deals and shit like that. So because they weren't going anywhere in college.
Katie Dana was among those barricaded in their dorm rooms.
See, they're gonna see, she's probably getting nice little checks every time she comes on here.
From both buildings.
Even like somebody closing their door, it was just scary.
Clicks, bro, clicks.
3 hours later, it was all over. This surveillance photo released by police leading to the call that helped them locate McRae, who died, according to investigators, from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Went through all this to shoot himself. It's not like it doesn't happen, but it's too clean. It's too cut and dry. Made all this work. Even why would he leave the note? If he really want his plan to succeed, they don't leave notes like this. Like, think about that. Like, it's stupid.
We have absolutely.
It seems like a bunch of college kids came up with this with Whitmer. A bunch of young fucking feds came together and they're like, yeah, we could do this. We could totally make this happen. Is that Whitmer on the side of them? Yeah, motherfucker.
Idea what the motive was at this point.
There have been no further updates provided by investigators since this morning.
They didn't know. And I keep looking for more shit afterwards, and it's been over a month, and you'd think there'd be a lot more. This is like survivors coming out. I'm like, oh, if they were severely injured, they wouldn't be fucking walking around right now after having gunshot wounds and shit.
And Brett, are you able to give us a sense of what you are seeing at this moment?
Yeah, Brian, and I genuinely, like, I'm going to try to describe this in words, but...
They're pulling, like, AOC kind of vibe where, oh, I was there, I'm a victim. I was there. You were fucking probably in a whole other building just hearing the guns pop off.
It is genuinely just a sense of chaos. We walked up, or pulled up, I should say. We saw students walking out of, I believe that was Acres Hall with their hands up. We're right by Acres. McDonald Hall is right down the road here. But we just saw students walking their hands up. They don't know where to go. And again, as we talked earlier, there's allegedly, from what they still have anyone in custody. So we've heard, they put out a description real quick, but there's just a lot of chaos. I actually have a couple students here. If you don't mind hopping in and just telling me what you saw.
The crisis actors, you gotta put, look, did you see how this one even reacted? She She doesn't even know, like, she had to get back in the character. This one's like trying to stay in character. Gotta keep that panic going.
Telling me what you saw, what happened. You were in Acres in the
She talks too much, though.
Yeah, we were in the dining hall, and my brother called me before anyone else knew, and he was like, there's a shooter. And so I was about to go to my dorm, so I'm on the third.
Who calls not... If you didn't already know about the shooter, that means she didn't even hear the shooting. So she didn't even know there's a shooter in the going on.
Floor of Acres and just locked the door and turned the lights off. And then I went to the door, they already had them all locked. And then they told us to just stay put. They weren't telling us where they were. They weren't telling us anything. They wouldn't let us blockade the door. I was like, can I block the door? And he said, no, you need to stay calm, stay put.
See how the other one said, oh, I knew better to do that. And this girl's like, can I? And the other guys are probably like, no, don't. What the fuck? We want to be able to get the fuck out.
Wouldn't let us block the door. They wouldn't tell us anything. And then...
Or maybe they were trying to get you to get killed.
Finally, once someone heard shooting literally in the courtyard of the building, everyone just started rushing, blocking the...
Why was there shooting in the courtyard? That wasn't... It only happened in the building. What's going on with that?
Door.
That's a plot hole.
One of the far doors, I was in the middle, one of the far doors, people just looked, and I think the door opened. I don't even know if it was a shooter or just a person, but everyone started running and screaming. So we sprinted out the other way, we ran down the stairs.
Wouldn't have happened, wouldn't be able to do that if you barricaded yourself. Can you see why the guy's like, no, we can't barricade you. We have to do this. They're probably this one because they got to be on the cameras. Got to show that people running.
And then we came out the building. We walked out, and there were like 5.
Oh, you just said, hold on, dude. Walked out, ran out. What the fuck?
I don't even know if it was a shooter or just a person, but everyone started running and screaming. So we sprinted out the other way. We ran down the stairs, and then we came out the building. We walked out, and there were like 5 officers with like huge guns, and we all had to put our hands up, lift our shirts up.
That makes sense a little bit, but at the same time, you see now the cops ran. I put that already up there. Where's the cops running up on that bitch? I think it was this one. Hold on, let's go to my history. Where's that one with the kid? Motherfucker, I hate this. Might be.
And Brett, are you able to get...
Was it this one?
Oh my god.
Yeah, right here, look. You see the cops in this one.
Michigan State students.
Watch. You see how the cops run up. See their arms are going up and shit.
A mass shooter stalking the campus. An emergency social media blast tell thousands of students to run, hide, fight. The drama began at 8:30.
Oh my god.
Why'd they clip it like that? I can't. I know I have it in one of the things. I think I already put that up on the screen. But listen to that.
They were like, and then they just told us to go lay in a field. So
what? No. Oh my god. They. That's not even protocol. They should have had you all lay on the ground.
We ran through that parking structure.
Yeah, have them go out where they could toss. Even they had the gun. They could have tossed it.
Bunch of people, but I figured it wasn't smart to be in a parking structure with a bunch of people right by the shooter. So
that doesn't make sense. Oh my god. These kids are retarded. If that's the case.
Oh, we ran here because we saw cop lights, and there's no cops, so...
Well, that's what we saw.
This is all staged. Why wouldn't they surround the school? They're like, they ran off the campus, and this is where they're at. I get the cops are trying to get the leg up, but it doesn't make sense.
Oh, you guys running out?
Drive out on the grass.
There with your hands up. You told me you were told to go run in the field. You saw us over here because we had a couple other media here, but there's a few police officers. We don't know. I guess it's not like the roads were blocked off coming into campus. That's what we were trying to figure out.
Wait till the black girls that's talking.
Couldn't tell you. I do not feel secure whatsoever. There are these cops with giant guns literally just telling us to literally about the size of like half of my wingspan.
It was like 200 people probably. They said, look,
the guys that are supposed to be the savior, and you're calling them intimidating. It's a good thing they're intimidating. The police officers with the guns that come to stop a supposed school shooter. These people don't have no fucking reasoning skills. Because in order to stop a person with a gun, you need another person with a gun or bigger gun.
Lift our shirts, put our hands up so they could see our waistline. They told us to run in the opposite direction, maybe lay in a field so we weren't visible. There were people crowding in the parking structure.
Why would they have them do that? You should. Isn't protocol like if you get them outside, you're supposed to get them at least outside the school zone. So like 2,000 feet away.
Can't be here. People are going to look for these crowds. But when we were All I heard was screaming. All I heard is quote unquote, they're shooting.
Yeah, see, she never even heard gunshots, and this girl had never heard gunshots. They were told there was gunshots. And
Because Hubbard is right next to it.
I've heard the name of that when you just get everybody get scared like this. It's like yelling fire though. It's like there doesn't have to be fire, but once one person starts going and it's just a hive mind thought of just like gotta escape. I don't want to die or be the only one to die.
Acres, which is where we were, and that was that. I sprinted. I'm jumping over these flights of stairs, and mind is blank.
People were climbing on top of each other to get out, like scaling.
Why are they talking to these girls out of all the people? I would have been fine to find someone inside the fucking building.
Jumping down entire flights of stairs, just sprinting. And keep in mind,
She's like pretending to cry, but she's not crying. Not a single fucking tear has come down her eyes.
This is freshly when we had
She just keeps.
It
Oh, look, now she's wiping her face. Oh my god. Now is she yawning?
And finished blockading.
She just fucking yawned.
It took them minutes to even let us convince them to blockade the doors.
And there was no security. It was just lunch ladies.
Exactly. And by the time we had,
So were they the only people in the lunchroom?
we were already running. There was nothing we could do. There are people still doing the dishes, staff still doing their jobs. Like, people think these things aren't going to happen to them until they do. And it's, I can't think, I can't speak. I'm probably going to wake up tomorrow and think this was a fever dream. I genuinely have no words for this entire thing.
Because it was a fever dream. This isn't even. You're literally putting yourself in a situation. Oh my god, these kids are such victim fucking. Even if this really did happen, these people were. This is AOC kind of shit. They're just pretending that they're in a room. Oh my god, they were nowhere really near the fucking actual shooting, and they got these people kneeling.
Like gun drills in high school, but
Go talk to that kid who's crying.
And it was always soft lockdowns because it was like someone wrote something on the wall. But now it's like real, and they didn't even. The high school treated this with 10 times more urgency than their.
Because you're adult. No one cares about adults.
Absolutely. I was talking to my best friend.
Welcome to reality, kids. Fucking no one cares about you.
One of our best friends who is now
locked in a building over there.
Yeah. We were talking about this on our way to drop my partner off, and we're like, yeah.
My
these
partner?
things still happen. Gun violence is an issue. This is an issue on campuses and high schools. Any educational institution. We were literally talking about this issue yesterday, and
it's just like slowly, like they're hitting all the weird little drip feed things. Like my partner, they're just like kindly putting into there and shit like that, and just that weird jargon put in the zeitgeist.
Never did I think this would happen.
It feels so force injected. Never did I think this was gonna happen. You're in a college. You're a Democrat. Isn't this like the number one thing you think is gonna happen?
And the next day,
You're in a gun-free zone. No one has a gun.
I literally.
Every school, every shooting, every mass shooting that's happened in a lot, like wow. It's really the New York one was a farce. Though, because that kid drove out. They said he supposedly shoot black people. That makes no sense. But he hit the dude who was making fucking cars that drive on water, and then he magically died. Ironically, he was there. He was one of the black people he shot. But let's not get into that.
I have no words. I really don't.
And just given the fact that they were talking about this person may still be.
Dude, she keeps like smiling and yawning and shit.
There, we know that a scene we had.
What the fuck? Her eye just rolled back. What the fuck was that thing? Wait, what? What's her eye? Yeah, what is that? She's trying to remember her lines.
A scene we had is I Am East, which is pretty much right where we're at. We know that was a confirmed scene.
What does she keep doing?
Just anecdotally from social media.
What is this bitch doing? Is she trying to like say she's having a panic attack or something? She's like overacting.
Of shooting here, shooting there. I mean, do you feel there's a safe place to go? I mean, you ran towards us.
What does she keep doing that with her eyes?
So, I mean, do you feel there's a safe place to go right now?
Is she like rolling her eyes like she's trying to, like that looks so weird. People don't do that when they're stressed. They're too hyper focused.
We saw lights and we sprinted. That was it.
Yeah.
We
Because there was no cops.
We saw the cops with the giant guns near the bus stop. We ran with our hands up.
She was giving lines. This is fake. We saw the cops with the big guns.
I'm on the phone with my mom.
They're not even big guns. They're just like what? I think they had ARs. That's like a 22 in that bitch.
People blowing up my phone. I don't know where I need to go. I don't know where the suspect is.
They're coming out with fucking
vague description.
We don't even know who. We don't know how many suspects there are.
Yeah, they're suspected. Oh, one shooter, 2, 3, 4,
and there's
like they have a SAR.
It was like, oh, they're at Brody, which is what 30 minutes that way. So we're like, oh, it's fine. And then all of a sudden, they're in the courtyard like literally outside of the building that we're in. It's absolutely. It's just when you hear things.
What would these people do if cops? Okay, you can't do that. You can have the handguns. Once they just like stocked out the friggin' like the handguns and they just 45 calibers all the time. They just load it into people. Like you can get the same like instead of the AR, you can have the butt stock on a freaking 45, and you have the barrel on it and everything to make it long range. Screw everything in together.
Word of mouth.
Like
sometimes it can be for no reason other than
just
fear mongering, but when it
ammo
comes
in
to
the other
something
one.
like this, when you hear
then you do extended clips.
Exactly. When you hear, oh, there are shots at the IM East, and oh, there are shots at Brody 5 minutes later, when that's a 35-minute walk, maybe 40. Like that's how you know there's not just one suspect. That's how you know there are people hurt. There are people dying.
See, she's making a narrative up. This has probably happened that day, and they're interviewing her because they're saying this has just happened. That's someone putting. They should cut the mic on this girl and say that.
You hear, oh, there are shots at IM East, and oh, there are shots at Brody 5 minutes later, when that's a 35-minute walk, maybe 40. Like that's how you.
That doesn't make sense either. That's what they're saying. I mean, some of the kids are making up things and saying they're shot. It means no one knew where the shots were coming from.
There's not just one suspect. That's how you know there are people hurt. There are people dying. And there needs to be something done. There are no roads blocked down. There's no blockages. There are just these cops with giant guns that haven't seen anyone, haven't caught anyone. They don't seem to even know what's happening. They couldn't give us any directions. The cops' directions was run.
Yeah.
What? Like,
get the fuck out of here. Don't stay. That simple is, bro. Why are these kids like trying to stick around? If they're supposed to be an active shooter, get the fuck out. You don't have a gun, get the fuck out. If you have one and you have balls, go fucking help. Not, go fucking run. Don't fucking try to stay there. Go to your car, get the fuck out.
what is that? Like, you're supposed to tell us where to go.
No, you fucking pleb. You fucking serf. You don't need to be told everything. Have a single fucking thought in your head.
18, most of us. We have no idea what's happening. We've been here. I've been here for a month.
These kids are so regimented that they don't have no common thought. Like, they had to be told to run away. See that? That's gonna kill you. What, are they gonna walk towards it and try to hug it? Probably. Paint rainbows on it.
I don't even know
Call
where
it
the
a her.
buildings are. I don't.
Or give it pronouns.
Hubbard. I don't know where Hubbard is. It's crazy because maybe over an.
Just run to the main road. If you're lucky, you tell the person's on the road because someone's gonna stop to see people running, and you might get a ride. Or the roads would stop and you guys can all run.
An hour ago, 2 hours ago, literally my plan was eat dinner with friends, go work out. We didn't get to
Yeah, go eat dinner and work out.
Took a test. My only worry today was that I was gonna fail my test. And here we are, literally.
Gotta remember, I'm in school, so we gotta make sure we say school things that kids would say.
Running for our lives. Yeah, nothing matters. Nothing matters. Everyone was stressed for that test. I was freaking out. Nothing matters. I could have just died. Hey, I said this.
This is, I love how they're trumping it up. Yeah, we ran. Dude, what? They're like orderly fashion. Just get the fuck out of there.
Earlier,
Don't stampede on each other.
Half of my tuition off for this.
See, that's a force.
Well, we thank you for.
It's not. This is. Kids are dumb. Kids are dumb.
I'm glad you're safe, and glad it looks like she just found her friend
Christ
that ran out of the building. That's the one they've been on the phone with.
Oh, gotta get that going
for quite a while.
Oh, look, it's them. Fucking stupid. I hate people.
Multiple police officers walking around, a million different things from people. So try not to repeat everything unless we have.
Gotta make that narrative.
We just did see a few.
They didn't do this with the tranny shooting. They didn't do this with any of the other shootings that's happened in a while. But they did it with this one. This is another reason why I'm like, but they didn't release body cam footage. Like, that video they released of the guy in the hallway. Like,
Michigan State Police bomb unit trucks, bomb squad, just pull in here. I believe this is the McDonald Hall.
They never give an injury amount. This is the first one in a while. They tell you, like, oh, this many people were injured.
Over here. They haven't gone in the building. It doesn't seem like there's, they're not running into the building this moment, but they did just kind of pull down the road here. We saw multiple.
I know that kind of is stupid, but like, okay, for every, what's the other shootings that has gone on, how is it always confirmed dead? And every single person, you know how good of a marksman you have to be to make sure every shot is a kill shot? Because bullets don't just kill you automatically. Like, you have to get hit in vital spots. You can survive a lot of crazy shit getting shot because they cauterize most of the time. They go in and out. So it makes it's not like getting poked where if you pull that out, you start bleeding profusely. You get fucking hit with a bullet, it goes through. If it just went through meat, it's not gonna heal itself. It's not gonna bleed nearly as much as it would if it got stuck in there and it's ripping shit up inside.
Multiple different Michigan State police cars pull in here as well.
It's a weird amount. There's like
a couple of them.
Never any.
The one that just pulled in.
And now this one,
we did see them just pull in. We've seen multiple police officers walking around here with.
But then again, everybody's a survivor. Like when I think survivors, I think people who got injured. Like the kid, if these people got shot and stuff. Those girls were not fucking survivors of anything. Those girls were just, I don't know, random pedestrians fucking around.
But again, that group of students that we saw that just ran out of the parking garage over here, they're still standing here, kind of waiting for direction. But at the moment, they feel like this is the best place to be standing. Again, with quite a few police cars, a couple ambulances here parked out as well. So we do have some first responders.
The kids are still in front of the fucking school.
They're driving past constantly, sirens on.
I'm pretty sure no one at this point knew that the guy offed himself, and they still thought he was active.
Again, people just kind of.
Or they thought there was 2 shooters, and that the kids are probably all they chattering around saying that. And they're still sweeping the school. That's why are these kids? This is all acting. This is a crowd of actors.
For some information, and that hoping to hear that thing they've been waiting to hear, that the shooter has been taken into custody.
What the fuck is she doing over here?
Just waiting for information to trickle in. We have seen different.
The fuck was that fucking
running around,
bitch doing just now?
No one necessarily to talk to figure out what exactly.
They're way too calm too. Like.
Is going on, or where exactly these students should be standing. So again, still
nowhere near the fucking school.
Obviously, a very active, startling situation here. People just trying to figure out where's the best place to be. We had a couple students that at the moment.
Just go home. Just go fucking home and just leave it. All you have to do is leave a name and number, and then they'll contact you if they need to do any follow-ups. It's not like if the guy's dead, most of the solving is all on the police now. It's not like they need to investigate really that far into it. Besides, get your names, and then they'll contact you after they run your shit.
Up. They came out with their hands up, ran over to us because they saw our car and a couple other media members. They were hiding out in our live truck until they had another.
What date was this?
Take them to somewhere else that they felt safer. So
what day was this again? It was like the 13th, right?
Everyone's hoping to finally hear that they've captured the person responsible. But again, just a lot of confusion right now on the east side of campus.
All right, Brett, thank you.
Announced on the 13th. Where is this now? Okay, now what is this one about? This was the cop talking more about the fucking university
the victim's
bullshit.
Side of that building. We are just receiving surveillance footage of that suspect that we will be releasing shortly. Initial information is that the suspect is a black male, shorter in stature, wearing red shoes, a jean jacket, and a ball cap. And we will follow up with additional descriptors of that suspect.
You gotta love, they have a dead body, okay? And this is how they keep dripping. Like they said, three. This is what got me also looking into it. It's like 3 dead and 8 victims, and 5 other injury. That's what it was, 5 injured. So it was 8 in total. But the way they kept saying it was like they're still waiting to know if there's more people or less people. Like with the Nashville one, they started saying 7 people at first, and when there's only 6, and weird shit like that. Like they want to see what sticks with the people first. I'm 100% sure, and then it's when they start coming out with like who they were, the backstories of the characters, their little narrative.
Community members on and off campus should remain sheltered in place. We immediately launched our emergency notification system and advised the entire MSU campus.
If they already got the list, it supposedly had names and shit in it and what they're going to do and what schools they're going to hit up, why not put more people on there? Or does Michigan have no fucking police? Oh, is this one? I'll go with that in a second.
To shelter in place, as this suspect is still outstanding.
I think like a black and blue flag state. I hate that shit. It's so un-American.
Please do not come to campus. I can't say that enough. For parents, we understand I can only imagine the emotion that's involved right now.
He's acting like he lost a child.
Us, and it's going to help our response.
This is a weak man playing a role right now because there's no reason for him to be this upset. Like, it's a bad thing that happened, but you're a professional, right? Keep your shit together, bro.
And it's going to help us identify the shooter, the less people that are on campus at this point. Please do not come to campus. We are doing everything we can to ensure the safety.
Don't come to campus. Don't come investigate. That's all I'm hearing. Don't look into this too much. Now the teachers don't have to teach. No one has to do anything for a while over that. What are these kids gonna do with their education? Everything's put on hold now. If I was the kid, this is something that would make me fucking want them to give me money back. Because now, since this kid got shot up, I can't go back to class. Why can't they move all the other shit into other buildings?
Of our campus and all of our students.
All of them?
We currently have hundreds of police officers and law enforcement officials, state, local, and federal, on campus, working in a coordinated effort to ensure the safety of campus and
That makes no sense. It was one guy with what looked like a Glock, and he showed it up to the camera. Why do they need this much going on? Like that. Now it seems like it's a farce for how much fucking policing is going on. When they have a note that said he's going to do other schools, shouldn't they be looking at the other schools? This is going to be a reason to put militant guards on school campuses and gun-free zones, which makes no sense. It's just an excuse for like a communistic idea for the government to keep their Gestapo around.
identify and apprehend the suspect. All campus activities will be canceled for the next 48 hours, including sporting events, classes, and all campus-related activities. Please follow our Twitter page for updates. We are sharing live updates at that location.
I can't stress. Why is the Facebook? Oh my God! Why can't the police department? They have with all that funding. Why can't they just have a mailing list? There's no reason they have to interact and use Facebook. It seems like another way for these people to make ad dollars.
That's enough. You're probably hearing a lot of information and misinformation right now.
That's right there. That's a compromised speech right there. That's what I was looking for. Red herring.
The scanner, calls that we're receiving that are not accurate. We strongly encourage you to follow the accurate.
Okay, this is why they don't like putting things on the TV, period, because it causes this thing where it screws up the case. If you wanted no one to have any leads and lose all your leads, is open up the tip line, and then the tip line opens up, and then it's just flooded with false tips because of television, and then you got all the crazy people coming out with the psychics and all that bullshit and everything in between on the schizos going on. I know what happened.
Your information source, and we will continue to provide as many updates and accurate updates as we can. There has been false reports of additional shootings. There has been false reports of the suspect seen in numerous different locations.
Like I said, if they keep seeing the dude everywhere, he's probably not dead. Like I said,
those reports are not accurate.
43, he said.
Please follow us for accurate information.
I just realized that. What were the ages of these kids? I didn't catch that.
As I said, we're very early on in this investigation. It remains ongoing, and we are going to continue to meet back here and provide updates on the hour. We wanted to provide as much accurate
hourly updates. Ooh. Just release information when you have the information. Don't hourly. That's giving people more, you'll give people more anxiety. Whoever designs this shit is purposely trying to make weak-minded people just fucking shake.
Information as possible right now, and we will continue to do that moving forward. As I said, information is very preliminary at this point, and we are working very hard to gather that information, to accurately get it out to our community, to students, to parents.
And just check the dude's phones, computers, and then you find out exactly what kind of person he basically was, because you could these phones still record when they're off. Like anything, I think after like 2014 or 2012, they had, even when your phone is off, it'll still record. It can do everything. It can find you. It's why you're supposed to, like, if you're gonna brick it, you have to fucking put a Faraday cage around it. You could easily do that with some tinfoil and fucking a paper towel.
To everybody who needs that information, please know that the safety and security of this campus and our students is our absolute priority at this point.
They're already safe. The shooting is done.
We will meet back here at midnight for an additional update. We will push out some information, including a photograph of the suspect that we just obtained immediately following this briefing.
See how that doesn't make sense. I guarantee that. What was this dude's name again? Where is it at again? McRae or something McRae. Where is it at? He's gotta have a face mask on. Nope. Social. I saw that wrong, whatever, correctly. Couldn't hold down a job. There's something up with that too. Saying he would never do something like this. It probably, like, none of it is like. But this is what got me going on the whole rabbit hole and got me to this point right here. So, Whitmer.
So this week I went to Michigan and I sat
reaping her little berries she's
most
planted.
well-known alumni, Governor Gretchen Whitmer. We talked about gun
She's probably wicked excited that this fed up worked because, like, the kidnapping one didn't.
violence, the threats in her life, abortion rights, and even some presidential politics. We're sitting here with a backdrop of Michigan State University. You're pushing to get.
Well, the backdrop is probably CGI'd in anyway.
Gun reform legislation through because 3 students were killed just a few weeks ago here in Michigan. Do you think there would still have been the will to do that in the legislature had that tragedy not happened?
Well, we have a new legislature, and I think that's part of why we've been able to accomplish so much in this.
Listen to what she says too, because she does that thing where, oh, we're gonna pass this bill with these 3 things, but never tells you what those 3 things are, and then they try going over the things that we should have put in there, but they never go over the thing they're going for, which I probably added to the end of this after I go find it, what the fuck she's trying to pass over there.
First 100 days. I mean, in this last election, we ran the tables here in Michigan. It was not something anyone expected in a midterm after all the challenges we had, but we flipped both the House and the Senate, and now we have leaders in the legislature.
Because you guys rigged voting machines.
That are working with me as opposed to against me.
That must feel different.
It feels amazing. But, you know, I think that these sobering mass shootings that play out across our country every single day mean we've got to take action. You know, I said not long ago, the time for only thoughts and prayers.
See how they're prospering over this? It doesn't, because the whole state don't support this.
Is over.
Well, one of the things that's not in the bill that is a little bit more split in terms of political support in the country is an assault weapons ban. Is that why it wasn't in this initial package?
Because there's no such thing as assault weapon. Everything's an assault weapon. Like, she say assault weapons, assault rifles.
The political support in the country is an assault weapons ban. Is that why it was?
What is an assault weapon? What is it? Assault weapon. I think anything that you hit, your hands could be assault weapons. Like, you're assaulting someone with it. I hate jargon.
Wasn't in this initial package.
Jewelry.
Well, I think it's important that we do what we said we were going to do. So on the campaign trail, we said these 3 things we know: gun owners support, Republicans and Democrats support, Michigan.
We don't support what you're saying. If anyone says it, just say it. Say the quiet part out loud, man.
So let's get this done. But the conversation doesn't end there. And so I do think that there is more work that we will do together. But I think you got to
keep your eyes open for more fucking scams, guys.
You're going to do it.
Another city, they're going to shoot for another school.
Could be something you still push for in the future.
I think, the conversation will continue. I'm not going to draw lines. I'm not going to endorse anything. I'm not going to put timelines on. But I do think that this gets us started.
They already do background checks when you buy a gun. Most places do 2-week check. Or if you have you're in the everything. If you have your card or your carry license or whatever, you can. It's like 48 hours. I'll bring it to the FBI. Safe storage. Your gun should already be put away in a safe spot. If you're keeping your guns about, you better be a single person with no one really around to pick them up or anywhere. Everybody, you don't have to do. This is the government trying to get you to wear seatbelts. It doesn't do anything but benefit everybody else around them. Because these same people try saying get kids are the most fucking. The thing that kills children the most in the United States is guns. It's not. Unless you're looking at gang violence and only gang violence. And then the red flag. The red flags are just like the tranny. When you look at someone, are they a red flag? Because you can't do that. We're American. We don't profile fucking people. Like, what? Honestly, like I said, we should be able to sell the criminals. Like, because once you should, just because you became a criminal, doesn't mean you lose all your rights. You went through the system. If you're not supposed to leave jail, then you shouldn't be left jail like pedophiles. They shouldn't leave jail or they should get killed.
You have also been targeted by militia groups. You've talked about this a fair amount. There was the plot to...
Think about it. You catch a domestic because one of your exes fucking goes psycho and they call the cops. And they fucking... Like, they fucking hurt themselves. And then they end up in the other... And then you end up fucking getting in trouble for that. And then now later on you're going to have to try to clear that up. It's a shit show.
The kidnap you back in 2020, that was thankfully, of course, stopped by the FBI. But does this creep into your head? I mean, militia groups are groups that would not be proponents of gun legislation. Does it creep into your head as you're thinking about pushing this forward and getting this passed and what the opponents of it may think or do?
Yeah, I mean, I would be lying if I said I don't think about all the threats that I have received or that my family has received or that other public officials have received. It is so scary and so common in this country right now for people to just threaten someone with whom they disagree. That's not what this democracy is all about. It needs to be called out. We must take action.
Presidential candidate is Vice President Mike Pence, and he made some comments last weekend at the Gridiron dinner in the dark of night, I will say. I was in the dinner where he made his strongest comments yet about his former President Donald Trump. Did you see those comments, and what was your reaction to them?
I mean, it's not profiles encouraged. That was my reaction. This kind of language should be public, and it should have happened a long time ago. But welcome to the conversation.
So I have
That's
to
no, bro.
All the time. I know you've brushed off the idea of throwing your hat in the ring for a presidential ring in 2024.
What is the guy was 43 years old. The dude was fucking 43 fucking years old. What is making a gun 21 to purchase? What does that make sense? Where the fuck did I just go? MSU shooter. Right here. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went over all the shit she was talking about. The guns 21 plus is one of the things that kind of really fucked up. She wants way more money, like $1 billion. It's the goal, but right now is 500 million, which is, dude, this amount of money is insane. They're trying to bump up the thing, bump up the police department. If I was looking at this from a communist takeover and how the government can take control, order out chaos, they fucked everything up during the COVID, gave them high crime, and now that their crime thing, little chart they point to and use their fucking graphs, they're saying there's way more crime. So now all the guns, she's bragging about how, I don't know how they're getting these guns to the street, because it says in here she's using these. She brags about the same thing. This honestly, every paragraph repeats itself a little bit more and more. The whole thing, but where's the line I'm looking for? she's proud about these illegal guns she got off the street, 350, after going through how many homes there was? 4,000 check-ins with felony offenders. Okay, so they're checking criminals' houses for guns. Isn't that already a thing if they're on house arrest or on patrol? Like, they're taking illegal guns off the street. Unless you're taking them off criminals, it sounds like you're just taking guns off people. And this is ended up going to go into, like, it sounds like she's watching. The further this keeps going, and they want to make everybody, like, as many police officers as they can. They want to have them on corners and shit. Is Michigan really that bad? Like, it seems like a lot of money being wasted for simple things that can all be fixed. Instead of cracking down on guns, give everybody a fucking gun. I don't know. This whole thing is, I know that whole entire shooting is just to get this to pass. The only reason for this to pass is to get, now they got all the Democratic liberal fucking like college kids who are willing to go vote this in, like sign petitions and all that shit and do all the legwork for her. Like, what is like this? Like, this is there's terms in here. Like, it's too vague where to go. It's like right here. Supporting, what is it? Hey, right here. Get legal guns out of the streets. Where's the thing? It was like operations. There's a weird word she used. High risk areas. Was it this article? Yeah, it was. Responders. Committing to crackdown. Funding. It was like, wait, I have it like open over here. It was government. What the fuck was it? Oh, whatever. Yeah, gun violence prevention policy, and it got me to that page I just had up with that bullshit. And all of her things, it's just she wants funding. It's all it is money, and they just want to they want to put more restrictions on guns. They're saying they're trying to take them out of criminals' hands. It doesn't sound like they're taking it out of criminals' hands. It sounds like they're trying to put, like they did in Cali. They're just taking sensible guns that aren't as bad as they are and smearing them. Like, look what they did with Amalite and shit. I don't know where to go with this. All I know is this whole thing was a hoax. That whole thing, fucking staged. You got a whole bunch of college kids getting on it. Simple as that.